Thinking about keeping your hair in a protective style for months, it could be the key to achieving healthy length retention, or it might just cause unexpected issues if not done right. Now, I don't say this to scare you or to discourage you, but take this from someone who has experience in keeping a style for months. There are some good and not so good in this decision. So I owe you the duty of letting you know, or rather keeping you informed, so that you can make the best decision for your hair. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the not so good and some of the good things that comes with keeping your style in for a long period of time. So long-term protective style can be very relative for some of us. So for some people, 1 month is as long as they could go. For some people, 2 months, some people 3 months, whatever long means to you, take it as that. So there are some consequences of keeping your style in for too long, and there are some good things that you get from keeping your style in for long. Whichever is the case, I just want to share this with you so that in case you're thinking about going into long-term protective style, especially as the new year approaches and there are a lot of protective style challenges in the air, and you are thinking about joining one of these challenges, you want to watch this video to the end and keep these facts in mind so that you are well aware of the things that come with keeping your hair in for a long period of time. So right now I am trying to fix one of my braids that have gone too loose, and before it becomes a problem that I will not be so pleased with, I better just put it in a good position, because as it is, it's already matting at the back. And in case you don't know, I am on a 3 months protective style challenge, and currently my hair is in the 6-week mark, and this is what my hair is looking like correctly. I know for some people this is awful, and even someone has asked me what hair did I make for Christmas, and I'll be answering that question a bit later on in this video. If you do want to know what I did for Christmas, then make sure you keep watching this video. But for now, while I talk about the not so good and the good things of long-term protective styling, this is how I'm going to be changing these braids at the back. So now to the cons. I want to start from the cons, or the not so good consequences of keeping your hair in for too long. And number one will be scalp buildup. Extended wear can also lead to product buildup, potentially causing irritation or dandruff if you don't clean them regularly. Now I have a regular schedule of how I wash my hair and make sure my scalp is feeling all good, because while you're keeping your hair in that style, you're going to be moisturizing your hair, and that is more product on your hair that, if not taken proper care of, might lead to product buildup in the long run, and some people might even start to develop scalp issues at that point in time. So that is something you want to be aware of. Once you're going on a long-term protective style, you do want to have a scheduled wash day routine that goes along with it, so that you're able to keep your scalp clean and neat. Number two will be tension on the hairline. So because your hair is in a particular style for a long period of time, I tend to see that there can be a little bit of tension around the edges, because for me personally, I keep my hair in this bun while I'm in braids, and so if I don't switch up that position of that bun, I sometimes feel a little bit heavy around the edge of my hair. So each time I moisturize my hair and I'm putting my hair back on, I try to shift the position of those buns just to give myself a little bit of comfort. Then number three is neglect of routine care, which is very easy for you to neglect your hair if you are not careful, especially because we all go through phases in our lives that sometimes our hair is typically the last thing in our minds. If you have to put on a protective style that will last you for months, you could end up neglecting them if care is not taken. And more so, especially if you're using extensions, you're putting on a wig, you can easily neglect your hair. And once you start neglecting the routine care of your hair is definitely going to be damaged. And there are lots of consequences that you don't even want to begin to imagine that could also go wrong. Now let's move to the pros, because there are also good things about leaving your hair in a protective style for long. Now number one, I would say reduce manipulation, which helps to prevent breakage and retain length, because you are not always changing in between styles and all. you have that tendency of retaining length, because one of the culprits of not retaining length is over manipulation. Then number two, it is time saving, because you get to save time on daily hair maintenance and styling, which can be ideal for some of us because of our busy schedule. We have a lot on our plate, especially for moms, people who are raising kids, or people who are in school. You don't have time to always, get on your hair, styling and doing different styles. So this can be time saving, and even you can save some money from this, because consistent styling, for those people who don't know how to make their hair themselves, they have to go to a stylist and all that. They have to spend more on styling. So both time saving and also saving you some cash, I would say this is a great pro for many of us. So number three, which is the last, it encourages length retention, because some of these styles, they help protect the ends of your hair, reducing split ends and promoting healthier growth. So if you are able to retain length simply just by protecting the ends of your hair and reducing split ends and encouraging your hair to grow healthier, why not? This is a great pro. And I typically would want to say that this may be different for some of us, because we all have our different lifestyles and it might not apply as it will apply to me to other people. But for the most part, I think these pros and cons that I've shared are what I typically see in a normal everyday day-to-day, and for some people which I have come to follow even in this hair care journey. So whichever is the case for you, just make sure that you put all things into consideration before going into a long-term protective style. So that is all I have for you in today's video. Let me know in the comment section which one of these pros and cons do you relate with, because I like to share things that are relatable. So let me know in the comment section if you can relate with any of these points, and maybe some other things that you really want to add to these that I have not mentioned. But these are just a few that I wanted to share with you guys. So for the lady that asked which style I made for Christmas, well, this is the style I'm still carrying. I'm in my 3 months challenge, and so it's not going to change. And since I don't use extensions, I'll pretty much be rocking some head wraps or some headbands just to cover it up. So I am not that girly who is so obsessed with Christmas hair. Those things don't bother me that much. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.